Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to week 6 of the Cars 3 diecast reviews on my channel. Today we'll be reviewing Dinoco Cruz Ramirez. Now, this review was actually supposed to come out last weekend, but I was super sick and couldn't record the video. I'm feeling 100% better now though, so here we are. And of course, on my week 5 review of just regular Cruz Ramirez, I had the poll as usual, and Dinoco Cruz Ramirez won the poll. I believe she received like 1,100 votes, so of course, that's why I'm reviewing her now instead of the other 4 options. And thank you very much for voting. I really do appreciate it. And of course, to continue on the tradition, here is today's poll for week 7, which hopefully will be next week, like next Friday, next Saturday. You know, it depends on what time zone you live in. But here are the options. We have Brick Yardley, aka Vitaline number 24. Then we have Natalie Certain, who's related to Chick Hicks in some way. We know that they will be in a 2-pack together. Then we have Smokey, who's also a pretty big and important character in the movie, who will be, I should say. We have the Next Generation Nitro Racer, number 28. I love the look of this guy, but I don't know, I think I might like this car a little bit more. Yeah, a new option bringing it to the table, Miss Fritter. So I just got this one in. I'm super excited. I don't know if Miss Fritter will be able to receive more votes than the Next Generation Nitro Racer, because that has been the runner-up for the past couple polls, but Miss Fritter here is amazing. So of course, those are your 5 options. Feel free to vote if you want to have a say in next week's review. And now, let's dive right into review here of Dinoco Cruz Ramirez. She's awesome as well, and we will be comparing her to the regular Cruz Ramirez. But first, let's talk about her appearance in the movie. It's kind of unknown at this point. We know that for the most part of the movie, she will look like this, which is kind of bland, not much, but does look like eventually she will become a racer. My speculation and my guess is that she becomes this Dinoco racer toward the end of the movie, and I assume it's because Hank Weathers, who's this guy right here, the Dinoco racer, he retires, something happens to him, and he just steps down, so Cruz Ramirez takes over the mantle. Or maybe I'm completely wrong and she is the Dinoco racer at the beginning of the movie, but I'm kind of doubtful of that because it seems like she's more of a fan at the beginning of the movie who is, you know, a worker at this Rusty's Racing Center and then meets McQueen and trains him. So this seems definitely like an end of the movie type situation. And we've actually seen some art images of her on covers of books. No fully animated pictures of this Dinoco Cruz Ramirez yet. We've seen animated pictures of the regular Cruz Ramirez, but not this one just yet. And actually, a fun little fact is that in the Cars 3 extended trailer, we actually see Cruz Ramirez and McQueen at that abandoned raceway, and Cruz actually has a number 20 on, so there are a couple versions of Cruz that will be in the movie. It seems like that one will be like the first, then maybe this plain one will come next, and then this will be the end of the movie. But getting back to the art on the book covers, basically shows her, Lightning McQueen, and Jackson Storm racing, so it seems like they will be in the final race together, all competing against each other. So that'll be very interesting. I'm super excited to kind of watch that part of the movie. That'll be awesome. I think Cars 3 will be an awesome movie. For those of you who didn't really care for Cars 2, I think this will definitely be better than Cars 2. But Cars 2 was a decent movie. However, I definitely preferred Cars 1. So that's pretty much it for her appearance. You know, I just kind of speculated on what I think's gonna happen, but we don't really have any concrete evidence on where she will appear in the movie, but it's definitely likely that she will race against McQueen, or at least race with McQueen and Jackson Storm, and probably against, because, you know, in a race you're trying to win. As for her release, we don't know anything just yet, but my guess is that she will be available on store shelves on May 1st. She will most likely be a part of that first wave as a single, I would assume, but she might be in a 2-pack or maybe a multi-pack as well. We really don't know at this point. She wasn't on the initial list for any of the Cars 3 diecast lines there. And now that also brings me into my next topic of discussion, which is, where RC Cars 5 did you get Dinoco Cruz Ramirez? That's a great question, and for, you know, semi-long time viewers, at least over the past month or so, you guys know where I get all my Cars 3 stuff, or I should say where I got all my Cars 3 stuff, because this seller unfortunately stopped selling Cars 3 stuff. Well, it actually makes sense because these aren't supposed to be out until May 1st. And since the seller was selling them way before May 1st, like literally mid-December is when the first ones were listed. So it makes sense that most likely Mattel stepped in and was like, whoa, 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 you cannot sell any of this stuff before May 1st. And that's what happened. The seller, which was Snapdragontoyz, actually changed their name to seeemilyplaytoys. And last time I checked, they have 0 items listed for sale. So seems like since, you know, someone caught them selling the Cars 3 diecast, they went into like a hibernation mode where they don't really sell anything. I know they went on like a break until February 4th, and then on February 4th they relisted a whole bunch of items, and then now it's just dry. So it's kind of weird, but some more details are in the description. But if you're wanting to get this car, I am sorry, you cannot at the moment. Now maybe another seller on eBay will, I guess, kind of ignore that May 1st date and list them for sale, but kind of doubt that. So it seems like May 1st will be the day that you'll have to wait for. But unfortunately, that's just the way it is. If you wanted this, I guess you should have been a little bit more quick to find them on eBay and get them back when the seller actually was selling them. But I believe I did buy her for $20 if you guys are interested in the price of it. And that's all for the introduction of pretty much everything. And now let's get into the review of her. So unfortunately, I don't have my little T. I know I explained in my last video that I dropped it or it got knocked off by something and it just disappeared. It was gone. And I really should go and get another T, but I keep forgetting before I do my videos. So I will. I have plenty of T's. And of course, if you guys don't know, a T is the little wooden stick that I use to point and stuff, but we're gonna use my finger instead, right? So we're all good now. So of course, this is the Dinoco Cruz Ramirez. So instead of just having that plain design, she has Dinoco decals on her and they look amazing. I really like this Dinoco design. Of course, we have the blue text there going across the hood. I love this like blue metallic rim design with the yellow Lightyear tires going across. And if you guys don't know, these are Lightyear tires. They're just really, really thin, and the Lightyear text is extremely thin as well. But if we can kind of zoom in there, you can just barely see how it says Lightyear there on the trim of the tire, but it's very hard to see, but it does actually say that. You can tell in person. We have Dinoco 51. So another cool thing about her is that she's number 51, which if you guys don't know was Doc Hudson's number. So hopefully, I really hope there's some connection there as to she chose 51 because of Doc Hudson. That'd be awesome to see in the movie. And here's a quick comparison between the two of them. We have number 51 Fabulous Hudson Hornet and now number 51 Dinoco Cruz Ramirez. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Really hope it's just not a random coincidence. I'm pretty sure it's not. I mean, Pixar and Disney, they know what they're doing, so I'm pretty sure that there is some correlation there. So getting back to her designs on the side here, I love this dinosaur that kind of like loops over the fender there. That is awesome. I love that design. Very, very creative. And toward the bottom here, we can see those silver exhaust pipes. And we have the Piston Cup decal there in white. And some additional sponsors, which are, looks like Synergy, Carbon Cyber, and Combustor. Those are like the next generation sponsors that cars like Jackson Storm and the next generation Nitro Racer have, but the stock cars like Hank Weathers or McQueen, they don't have those sponsors. So it's kind of weird seems like all of these stock cars have a certain set of sponsors, and then the next generation racers like Cruz Ramirez here, she would be considered a next generation racer. Jackson Storm, that Nitro racer, they have a different set of certain sponsors. But that is what the sponsors are. I know it's very hard to see because it's white on yellow, and I can't really even see 100% myself, but I know those are the sponsors because those are the ones that are on the other next-gen racers there. On the back here, we can see the Dinoco logo. Very, very nice. I love how simplistic it is. It just is that shade of blue over the yellow, and it looks great. We have 51 again, and the 2 rookie stripes. I like how they made them a different shade of yellow, so you can definitely see them over her own shade of yellow. And of course, those signify that a racer is a rookie. Jackson Storm has them, and all rookies should have them. McQueen had it, that yellow stripe right there, with Medicaid bumper ornament on it to signify he was a rookie back in 2006. Of course, now he does not need that anymore, 11 years into the career. She's got a pretty cool and unique spoiler that says Dinoco on both sides. I like how they squeezed in that extra Dinoco text right there and going across there as well. And I say unique because it has these 2 like outward things, and it's kind of hard to explain it, but you can see right there and there, you got those 2 like outward pointing things. If anyone knows an exact term for those, please let me know. I think they're awesome and really make the spoiler unique and stand out from Jackson Storm's spoiler, which is kind of typical, just kind of rounded off, you know, like that. But hers is a little bit jagged, and I like that. I kind of am confused about this window here. You can kind of see stuff behind it. Maybe it's because this is like an early version prototype, pre-production sample or whatever, and that's why you can see everything in there, like how it attaches. I kind of wish it's a window like that where you can't really see through, but it's not a huge deal. We got 51 there, roof flaps on the roof there, of course. Same thing over here, and here's the base if you're interested. Not much, at least nothing too important for us. And now let's compare her to the original, or I don't even know which one would be original, but the more simplistic, regular version of Cruz Ramirez. They are the same model, but if you want to get really technical, they are different because this Cruz Ramirez doesn't have the roof flaps there, which are engraved in the metal. This version of Cruz has side view mirrors. This one does not. This one has a spoiler. This one does not. So those are the main differences there. But as for the general casting and model, they are very similar. Although they do look kind of different. I feel like that's mainly because of the spoiler and the side view mirrors make them look kind of different. Well, actually, I was talking about this in my review of Cruz Ramirez. I was talking about that curvature, I think. The curvature here seems to be a little bit more curved than the one here. It seems very, very straight right there. But I think they are the same for the most part. Actually, I think not. I think I'm wrong. Check this out, guys. Alright, so if you look at the roof, you can see it's quite a bit different. Here, I think we can get a better angle there, but check out the roof. The roof looks a lot thinner than on the normal, just kind of plain version. So I think they might be a little bit more different than I had originally imagined. Same thing with the back window there. Definitely seems different. What do you guys think about this? It's really hard to tell, but I think they are actually quite a bit different, and that's a good thing. It's cool. So there you guys go. That's the comparison. I'm learning as I go here. So I do wish they changed up the expression from both a little bit more. They are different if you look at the mouths there, and the eyes are slightly different. They're not as big on this one as they are there, but it's okay. I just kind of wish they changed it up a little bit more. However, I guess she's going to look quite a bit like that in the movie. She's very happy and upbeat, and that's good. And now let's take a look at some other Dinoco designs that have been in the Cars universe, starting with the one and only the King. So, wow, 2 Dinoco racers right here, and they're extremely different. Of course, they're like 40 years apart in make and model, you know, the design is, I believe, 1969 is the year for him, and 2017 is the year for her. So that is like, well, you got 31 years plus 17. Yeah, that's actually nearing 50. Wow, that's awesome. Very, very cool. Of course, they do have that same Dinoco logo. That hasn't really changed much, but it looks a lot more modern because there's not as much, like, the color's not there. It's just that simplistic blue over the background, and I feel like that gives it a modern look to it. Of course, different numbers. The King doesn't have the dinosaur on there, which is alright. I like the dinosaur, though. It's a cool little addition to Cruz. Here's Hank Weathers, who's most likely the King's son. His designs are a lot more similar to the King than to Cruz Ramirez, even though he is a pretty recent and, up-to-date racer. They're all very cool, though, and my question for you guys is, which Dinoco design is your favorite? See, guys, we're getting a little bit darker here because I'm bringing in some blue cars. If you guys didn't see yesterday's review, I talk about how blue cars make the screen go dark for some reason. I don't know why. I have no idea why. It's kind of disappointing, but whatever. Move on to Dinoco Chick Hicks here. See, this is where they're very similar because they're all part of the same year. But I did want to show them because, they are different Dinoco designs. These two are make-believe. Of course, Dinoco Chick and Dinoco McQueen here. Those never really actually happened. They were just a part of McQueen's daydream / nightmare. For the Chick Hicks one, he didn't want that, so that's really not a dream, more of a nightmare. There you go. Sweet, sweet, sweet. So which one is your favorite? It's kind of weird how you have all these blue ones and then a yellow one, but I think it looks good. I actually really like how it kind of fits in there like that. That is cool. There you go. You have your whole Dinoco crew of racers there, even though these two never actually represented Dinoco officially, but it's very, very cool to see them all lined up, and let me know which one is your favorite. We can eliminate these two. Probably eliminate Hank. Sorry, Hank. Comes down to these two. I think I might have to go with the King just because it's a classic, just, the amazing classic there. The legend, the King, but Cruz is also pretty cool as well. And that's pretty much all for this review. I did want to briefly show Ferrari F430 because I compared him to the regular Cruz Ramirez in my review of her, because I do think they're rather similar in model. But of course, Cruz Ramirez is unique to her own design. As for most of the Cars 3, when a new movie comes out, they tend to make a lot more new castings and don't really carry over from movies. I can't really think of right now many castings that carry over from Cars 1 to Cars 2. There are a couple, I believe, but there aren't many. But I feel like there might be some from this movie because it's domestic in America, like Cars 1, whereas Cars 2, you had different models like Hondas, Pugits, Fiats, a lot more international, Italian, Japanese, London, Mini Coopers, all that stuff, whereas in Cars 1, you didn't really have any of that. You had a lot more American cars, which makes sense. So that is all for this review. I hope you guys did enjoy it, and I'll see you guys hopefully next Saturday for another Cars 3 review. My guess is that, I think Miss Fritter could actually beat out Nitroid. Nitroid has only been pulling in like 100 votes, but now that Cruz Ramirez is out of the picture, I think that he or, Miss Fritter could definitely win. It's definitely between them if you ask me. So, thank you guys very much for watching, and as for more videos, I'm going to try my best to get a whole bunch of videos out this weekend because I have a 3-day weekend because Monday is President's Day, so I'm super excited about that. I'm hopefully going on a hunt for cars on Monday, so maybe I can push out episode 4 of the Hunt series. And super big announcement here, I just hit 10,000 subscribers, so thank you guys so much for that. I really do appreciate it. I literally just saw it go up to 10,000 as I was about to record this video, so I'm super excited. I cannot believe that. That's a whole new digit. That's like 5 digits now. That's amazing. So thank you guys so much, and new subscribers, welcome. And I hope you enjoy my videos. I'll see you guys all next time for another video. Bye now!